Hello everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel. This is Philip No, taking you through 9 most common reasons students get bad grades despite studying, plus tips to help. Cause number 1 or reason number 1, you are not studying to understand the problem. When you study, you only memorize the material rather than thinking about what it means. The solution for this, it's important to not just memorize the material, you need to understand it. Think about how the material you are reviewing connects to other topics and ideas. This will give you a deeper, more complete understanding of what you are studying. Course number 2, or the reason number 2, you don't start studying early enough. Problem: you procrastinate studying, not leaving yourself enough time to absorb the material before test day. The solution or remedy for this, create a routine that involves reviewing your notes regularly. Each night, take a few minutes to go over your notes from class. This ongoing review will help make sure you remember the material long term. Course 3, you are struggling with test anxiety. Problem: if you feel so nervous that your mind goes blank when you sit down for a test, you could be struggling with test anxiety. This makes it hard to remember what you studied and to concentrate on answering the questions in front of you. The solution for this, if you've studied and you know the material, try to relax on test day. Think positive thoughts. For example, you can think, I studied for this, I know the material. Something like that, right? And practice taking deep breaths while you are taking the test. Course 4, you are pulling all-nighter study sessions. Problem: you pull all-night RAM sessions instead of studying a little bit each day leading up to the test. Solution for that, sleep is when material is moved from short-term to long-term memory. So getting a good night's sleep before a test is more effective than studying up all night. Plan ahead and start studying at least 3 days before your test to avoid last night studying. Are we together? Course number 5, you are studying the wrong things. Wow. The problem, your study sessions go fine, but when you sit down to take the test, you see questions that you didn't include in your review notes. What can we do then? Start creating more organized and effective study notes. Pay attention in class to important things your teacher says, especially if he or she repeats something. Have to be attentive and pay close attention. Highlight these things in your notes so you know to come back to them. Course 6, you are trying to do too much. Do problem, you study for hours at a time with no breaks, but spending more time studying doesn't always mean you understand the material any better. The remedy or the solution, uh, instead of studying in large time blocks, use the spacing study method. This means studying for set amounts of time with time intervals between each session. This will help your brain absorb and retain the material more effectively. Course 7, you are missing a study plan. It's a major problem. It's affecting many students. The problem, you don't have a plan to guide your study sessions, making it hard to know what you should focus on while you are studying. Solution, set goals for each of your study sessions of what you want to accomplish. This will help you keep track of your progress and you know which areas you still need to review. Course number 8, you only study for the exam. Wow! Problem, studying is something that you only do when you are preparing for an upcoming test. Solution, take advantage of studying opportunities like in class discussions, peer study groups, and reviewing your notes after class. Studying a little bit each day makes it easier to study and also to remember the material, giving you a head start when it comes to a test time. The last course number 9, the last reason we shall look at in this video, you are using the wrong learning method. Problem, you are using study method that doesn't match with the way you learn. For example, auditory learners learn best by hearing, not writing notes. A solution, find out your learning style. Each and everyone has his or her own method or style or technique of learning. So find out your learning style with so that you can get to understand what you'll be studying, because the style or the learning technique will be working for you. You can try different study methods to find the ones that work best for you. Remember, we have different type of learners. For example, have auditory learners. If you are an auditory learner, read your notes aloud while you are reviewing material. For visual learners, visualize the material with mind maps or use visual elements like color. Read and write learners, read over class notes and write out new study notes to review. I also have kinesthetic or hands-on learners. Create hands-on study activities like a matching game. Thank you so much. Till next time. Bye bye. Please don't forget to subscribe.